And
It is.
there's influence involved in that, and commanders are stuck. They don't know what to do, and they don't want to get caught unawares, right? And
Yeah.
so when somebody's always saying the Russians are coming, they're Russian. I wrote a PhD paper, the Russians are coming, the Russians are coming. We can't help but
Yeah.
pay attention to that and be desperate to get into a fight with the Russians for whatever damn reason. So there's that whole self-fulfilling
Yeah.
prophecy part of what we do, where there's so much bandwidth taken up with the things that we get wrong, but no accountability for being wrong.
Right.
It's a damning thing that you try to sort through this stuff. It's impossible, and it's not any one person's fault, but it is the nature of things.
Yeah. Yeah. That's, and I remember at the beginning of the Russian-Ukrainian war, they were talking about this 40-mile column of vehicles pointed straight at the heart of the capital, and that they were gonna roll in at any time. And as soon as I'm hearing all these, they bring a bunch of, different channels bring on different military experts and things like that. And I'm just sitting at home. I was like, there is no way that is
No
going
way.
to move, because I have never seen the Russians in any historical context be able to, except for World War II, when they were, down at, on the gates, at the gates of Berlin, and they were throwing entire armored corps down one avenue, something like that. There is no way they're going to get that 40 miles worth of vehicles up and running and moving. And it had to be 72 hours later. I had friends on, with access to some of the on the ground information. They're saying, yeah, these guys they're running out of food. They're intentionally sabotaging their own vehicles so they don't have to move
Yes.
forward. They're drilling holes in their gas tank, and they're going into the neighboring grocery stores and raiding them because they're not being fed. And it's like the
Yeah.
logistics tail for 40 miles worth of stuff is astronomically huge. There is no way this thing's
Yeah.
going to move. And guess what happened? It never happened. And
Well,
that's
and
the
you and
same
I
time
both.
you're thinking, if I had two A-10s and I
Uh-huh.
was running a flight, that entire convoy would be gone.
Yeah.
Or,
And the guys in the 810s would be giggling the entire time. Like
oh
they've been
gosh,
waiting my whole career for this.
it would be, yeah, it'd be like, oh my gosh, this is like Christmas.